Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya. At the outset, I thank my boy Mangesh Daiwala and our co-panelist, senior advocate Pradeep ji and Kalidas ji and my dear friends. It's very important, and in order to understand the contemporary situation, as the title says, Bariskrit Bharat to Prabudhit Bharat. Whether we are Prabudhit Bharat or still we are struggling to reach the aspiration. Today I am going to highlight some of the unknown fact reading the Tamil Nadu politics focus on atrocities against scheduled caste and scheduled tribe since independent, and how the state and the political party and also civil society responded in order to arrest such a barbarity in the 75 years of independence. You all know, in this country, even the Chief Justice of India is not safe. 75 years of India, independent, and Chief Justice of India is not safe. And also the highest police officer, IPS officer in Haryana, allegedly commit suicide because the institutional murder. It's not one, it's a first kind of thing. There are several cases across India. We have come across the inhuman barbarity bestowed upon the Dalit community, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. During colonial time, 1920, in Tamil Nadu, because Tamil Nadu people have celebrated and romanticized that Periyar and the DMK and Dravidian politics was brought and flowed milk and honey in the streets. That is not real. Tamil Nadu is one of the anti-Dalit state in the country. No state can match. Even today, National Crime Record Bureau, it says Tamil Nadu stands second highest atrocity committed against a scheduled caste. Second. The first one is UP. The last 1.5 months or 2 months in Tamil Nadu, 127 Dalits have been killed. 127. And recently, the stampede, artificial or alleged stampede happened in Karur. Out of 41 people died, 21 are Dalits. 21 persons belongs to Dalit community. So Tamil Nadu is outside. People think that Tamil Nadu there is no Hindutva, or there is no BJP infiltrate into the state of the land of Periyar and the claim land of social justice. It's all lie, black lie. And the people who write Tamil Nadu history and politics and economic development, they completely set aside the actual and objective condition of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe situation. They only bring the data and show the outside world that the people of Tamil Nadu is administratively efficient, and the people of Tamil Nadu has achieved enormous urbanization, and people of Tamil Nadu or state of Tamil Nadu is achieved technologically advanced, and so on and so forth. But it's not happened, particularly in reference to Dalit community, SC and ST. It started from 1920 itself, because it's a vast history, political history. I will just take some of the glimpse, major issues, because every interval of 3 years or 5 years, a major atrocity takes place in Tamil Nadu. In this country, no state has the highest number of judicial inquiry commission. Judicial, because I have done meticulously on this study on the Judicial Inquiry Commission report, and I have edited special volume in our journal, Madras Institute of Development Study Journal, Review and Development, and we are now working on the book on the Judicial Commission report and the atrocity against the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Myself and one Professor Srinivasulu are editing, and soon end of this year or the early next year, this book will be published by a permanent block. So I will come to the late how the judges sitting in the High Court and Supreme Court or retired High Court judges and used language and all these things. The content of the report I will narrate. First I will come to 1920, the first ever atrocities or the clash between scheduled caste and non-scheduled caste are non-Brahmin, upper caste and OBC and other communities. Simpson Company, one of the major early private sector, which provides a huge number of employment in 1920s. There was a strike against the Simpson factory, demanding better wage and better working condition. And it was Dalits also, they employ equal number of, or 30% of Dalits are employed in the company. And the Justice Party was dominant in those days in 1920s. And what had happened after a week time, and Dalit find it there is a unjust in this strike, and they want to go for the work. And then they started a dispute between, because they didn't agree with the entire strike demands and so on and so forth, and they said no, we are not agree, and our cause, our grievances are not incorporated in the demand we are prepared and put forth. Therefore we are not cooperating with participating in the strike, and we are going to work. So in the overnight, during a colonial time, in Madras city, Dalit houses are burned. Dalit are completely, the men are mutilated, their legs are broken, and women are raped. And you know what? The Justice Party made a resolution in 1920 and 21. The scheduled caste people in this country, it's a black mark in the city of Madras. They have to be thrown out of the city. And literally they have done it now practices. Today, in up to 1970, Chennai city consists of more than 50% of the population belongs to Dalits, scheduled caste. And today not even 20%. And the rest of them are thrown out of evicted from the city of Madras, metropolitan city, and thrown out 40 kilometers away, Kannaginagar, Chammanjeri and elsewhere. And they are struggling. I don't know how many of you watched Kabali movie, where Ranjit portrayed the Malaysian Tamil struggle and living in a concrete jungle. In a small house, people will live more than 4 or 5. Similarly, today if you go to the OMR road, what is the old Mahabalipuram road, or IT corridor of Chennai, if you go there, 30-40 kilometers away, and people are living in more than 3-4 lakhs. 3-4 lakhs of people, and the children are 10 years boy, 15-year boy and 15-year girl, have been raped, and now the highest drug peddling and the highest criminal activities are there in this people. Hardly any politician, either from the Dalit, non-Dalit or Dalit community, are speaking and highlighting this inhuman and this pathetic condition. Okay, so they have passed a resolution against the scheduled caste in 1920, and they have both DMK and ADMK government has consistently, systematically evicted because of court said, Madras High Court said that they are all illegally encroached to the government land, illegally encroached to the water bodies, and so on and so forth. And now they are thrown out of the city and their life is miserable. Fine. Now, after 1947, after independence, okay, the first ever atrocities in Tamil Nadu, entire country. I don't know how many of you read the latest book, 1-year-old book, Manoj Mehta. Please kindly read this particular book. It is a classic work on atrocities on Dalit across India, not only Tamil Nadu, across India. Manoj Mehta, the Caste Pride. The title of the book is Caste Pride. It's around 1000-page book, and it is a meticulous research on the atrocities, and also meticulous research on the number of legislation from colonial time to till date, and the personalities who are worked across the country from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, who have contributed to bring this legislation, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and elsewhere. The first ever Civil Rights Act was passed in Madras Presidency in 1927 by a name called Veerayan. No history book written, no political history will taught. L.C. Gurusamy, who has fought the right to walk in the street of common street, who right to pitch the water in the public well. It's a colonial time. All these contributions are completely hidden and buried. And this book has brings out those kind of data. And this book is started by the first atrocity ever in the independent country is the Keel Venmani. Keel Venmani is a Tanjavur Delta Belt. 1968, the first ever DMK government came into power. 67, DMK won the election and came into power, occupied the seat of power in Tamil Nadu. And Annadurai was a chief minister that time. 44 people have been burned alive in one roof. Most of them are women and the child, because the men are run away because of the clash between the landlord, non-Brahmin upper caste, and OBC. Fine. And they have killed because they are run away and escape and one roof and burned alive. Keel Venmani. And most of them political persuasion was left leaning. The Communist Party, they are mostly the workers are organized by the Communist Party. You know, this is the incident in the independent India, entire country, the template was provided by Tamil Nadu. Atrocities on Dalit, the template was provided by Tamil Nadu, which is observed by Manoj Mehta in his book. Manoj Mehta is meticulous detail carrying out how political party, how the judiciary, how the local power all interplay and interface to disseminate injustice, reject the justice to the Dalit. Madras High Court made observation that Gopalasamy Naidu, who was a culprit of killing 40 44 people in a one room and said a person owning a car, person owning a huge land of acre of land may not commit such a crime, so he has been acquitted. He was acquitted. There is no justice to the people. You know what Periyar has said on Keel Venmani? Because the Keel Venmani incident happened because people who are working in the paddy field demanded half a liter of paddy extra for their labor. Half a liter of paddy. For which 41 lives have sacrificed, murdered. You know what Periyar said immediately after Keel Venmani? The wage, determining wage is a prerogative of the landlord. A worker have no business to demand a wage. Thandai Periyar, rationalist and radical of Tamil politics. This is a Periyar. The worker of the field, the worker of a paddy field of Tanjavur have no right to demand the fair wage. Wage is determined by, or wage is a prerogative of a landlord. This is a Periyar. If you, I am quoting, I am not, if you read Meena Kandasami's article, Nobody Killed Dalit. She starts with the Periyar. This is a quote, starting with the Periyar. You know what Annadurai said on this occasion, on the barbarity? In crores of 5 to 6 crores of people in a state, this will happen like thunder and lightning. People never remind of thunder and lightning, so you forget. This will continue to happen, please forget it. It's a normal, it's a routine. He is a greatest scholar of Tamil Nadu. It's called Aringer Annadurai. Aringer means scholar. Per Aringer Annadurai. Per Aringer means the great scholar of Tamil. And he said, atrocities against Dalit is just like a thunder and light. And forget it. It's a natural, it's a routine, normal. Fine. And this is a Keel Venmani. Similarly happen because every alternative 3 to 5 years you will find the major atrocities in Tamil Nadu. Even today. Even today, he is referred to Pravin. He is referred to Tirunelveli, a boy who was M.Tech, working in multinational corporation, 2 lakhs rupees for a month is salary. And he is very well versed in terms of economically and also is an educationally and professionally. And he fall in love with the OBC girl. And she went and stayed, not only she and the mother, her brother, they also went and stayed in his house many times. But so all of a sudden they have killed him and the day broad light. I went immediately because some of them because I also conduct number of fact-finding reports which are cited in High Court and Madras High Court, and also some reports are cited in the Supreme Court as well. Fine. So alternatively, every 3 years or 5 year gap, you will find a severe, larger atrocities against the Dalit in Tamil Nadu. And Tamil Nadu has the highest number of judicial commission reports. Each judicial commission report, to prepare a report, you know how much the money they spend? Minimum 50 lakhs to 3.5 crore. 3.5 crore. And that report, what they do? After the report is collected, submitted, it goes to the dustbin. The report supposed to be tabled in the assembly, and tabled in the IAS and IPS collectors and SP's meeting and consider for implementing those recommendations. None of the report is tabled in the assembly. More than 80. In Maharashtra, only one commission, I suppose. That was Ramabai atrocity and Kundever commission. Professor Ramesh Kamble supposed to review and submit, but due to some other reason he could not do it. But he has come and presented in the Madras Institute of Development Study in 2015, when I had a 3-day workshop on the atrocities and the Judicial Commission report across India. So this one in 1998 July, similar happened. What is this? In Tamarabarni river, 19 people have been killed by the police. Because Tamarabarni, because they organized Pudiya Tamilagam, Dr. Krishnasamy, who was organizing a estate worker, Manjole estate worker, Manjole tea estate worker, being paid very, very less. How many of us know that in India, most of the tea estate belongs to the state of government of India. It's all given a lease of 10 rupees or maximum 100 rupees or 1000 rupees. Even today, it's all the estate land belongs to the state. It was given for a lease for the private operator. And these people who worked in the Manjole estate, they demanded better wage for 2 rupees. 2 rupees. 1998 July. And Karnanidhi was a chief minister then. And 19 people have been drawn, because pushed them into the river, Tamarabarani river, they killed. There is a movie called Death of River. Online is available. Death of a River. Online you can watch it. And how the irony is shameless. The Karnanidhi, you know what he said. Because people are demanding, because they are peacefully demonstrating, and because all other, it's a collective demonstration. Left party participated, Dalits have participated, other workers, trade union participated. But police deliberately attacked them and killed them. And they demanded that SP and DSP should be transferred. If not, they suspended. At least they should transfer. You know what Karnanidhi replied? The SP and DSP belongs to OBC. If I transfer the SP and DSP, OBC people will feel bad. On record. I am not cooking the data. And similarly in 70s, Viluppuram in 70s, the exceptional case in the case of Viluppuram, because Dalit residents were located in the main area of Viluppuram town, which is not acceptable to the caste Hindus, barbarians. So they deliberately do a fight then and now. Finally one day they have deliberately planned an attack. Almost 12 people in one night they killed. That night the chief ministers are residing in the government bungalow when the murder was taking place. Either if DMK in power, ADMK will keep silent. If ADMK in power, DMK will keep silent. They are all unity in one anti-Dalit. In their one voice, they will know, because for a political reason, at least the opposition party should demand. No. If it is a Dalit issue, no question of demand for justice. No one support. And the report came. Same. And also in 2012, Dharmaburi, Ilavarasan fall in love with a 1-year girl, MBC girl. Ilavarasan was a constable. He's yet to, because he is selected for a constable police department, and he had to join the job, and he fall in love with Divya, a MBC girl. And there was a negotiation, but finally they got married. But now they said there is no marriage and all this. Even she was, when Ilavarasan was killed in the railway track, people say that it is a commit suicide. No, it was a clear-cut murder. I done both in the atrocity. 300 houses has been burned and the properties are looted. Educational certificates are burned. And the government, both DMK and ADMK, is kept as just a mute spectator. Okay. And you know, the commission was appointed. 2.5 crore has been spent in order to get the report, Judicial Commission report. 2.5 crore. After this report, nothing has come out, nothing is tabled, no action on the report. Similarly, in 80s, mid 80s, 89, 86 and 89 till mids of 1990, what happened? There was in Tamil Nadu there is a habit and the practice of naming the street named after a leader, prominent leader of across the caste. Generally across the caste, but mostly, exceptionally, 1 or 2 Dalit leader been named. In mid 80s, one Veeran, he is a warrior of the historically, he is a warrior, a Dalit warrior. His name is Sundaralingam. A transport corporation was named after him, and the entire southern belt, South Tamil Nadu, was burned. Series of violence, and that time only the emergence of Dr. Krishnasamy and also other leader Pandian, John Pandian. They have retaliated because the violence was stopped not because of police action, because of retaliation of Dalit. If you murder one, we will murder 5. And that retaliation has stopped the southern district, and Mr. Karunanidhi invited all party meeting and decided henceforth there should not be any leader's name will be, because he don't want to retain the Sundaralingam name and he want to remove the Sundaralingam name. Not only Sundaralingam, nobody's name will be named after transport, named after the public building and road are removed. 1997, this was a law brought by the DMK rule. And last week, Mr. Stalin is a son, a chief minister of Tamil Nadu, again naming a overbridge in Coimbatore, GT Naidu. And before one day, he was saying that he issued a GO saying that before November 19 and 2025, no caste name will be, surname will be allowed to retain in the public buildings, hospitals, transport and roads and so on and forth. But this bridge was named after GT Naidu. Naidu is a caste name. And now the DK fellows are saying that Naidu is not a caste, it is an identity. It's a symbol. Adi Dravida is a caste name, according to those rascals. But Naidu is not caste name. Okay, so this is a continuum of violence in Tamil Nadu, and even it's not only, it's a physical violence. Another person in 1 year back in Nanganeri, a boy studying in 11th standard his name called Chinnadurai, and he was attending a school, and caste into fellows, mostly OBC and MBC fellows, they had drunk and enter into their house in the night, early night of 9 o'clock, and made a numerous cutting in the body. His survival is a miracle. He survived. You know what happened? Within 5 days, all the criminals came out of Jamin, and they are freely roaming. Now. And Tamil Nadu is the highest in the country of caste arrogant killings. In highest number. Not only is superseded Bihar, UP and Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Tamil Nadu is the number one in the country having highest number of caste arrogant killing. They call it as a caste honor killing. No, it's a caste arrogant killing. Highest in number. Every alternative week or every alternative month, you will find minimum at least 3 or 5 murder. If you refer the website called Evidence is a NGO who works in Madurai. It collects meticulous data on atrocities and the various type of atrocities in Tamil Nadu takes place. It is there available, reports are available. Even the government of India, every alternative 10 years, the government of India is supposed to submit a status report on the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Not only atrocities, but also their economic and other social development. It is a mandatory by the parliament. Congress stopped in 1990. And when K.R. Narayanan was become a president of India, and he demanded there should be an annual report of National Commission for SC/ST to submit the status report of a scheduled caste scheduled tribe. And then it was tabled, because it's not only prepared and submitted, it has to discussed in the joint parliamentary session. Almost 25 years after K.R. Narayanan, I don't know whether the status report was prepared and submitted and discussed across. It's an all India report, supposed to be presented in a joint parliament, discussed in a joint parliamentary session. Our politicians, MLAs and MPs, I don't want to use the language, because I use language if I get anger. But they are not deserved to be a decent language. If they are done the work which Baba Sahib Ambedkar is aspired, Baba Sahib Ambedkar wanted, but these fellows are become enslaved to power. Not only themselves, and also they enslaved the community. No report is available, status report. It's supposed to be the mandatory every 10 years. It's not happened. So this is continuously happening across India. Tamil Nadu is the tops. Tamil Nadu is not I'm saying only on atrocity alone. If I exceeded what is the status of subplan, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe subplan, the status of reservation fulfillment, and all these things will be mind-boggling. That is why I said in a simple word, Tamil Nadu is the number one it is not anti-Brahmin politics. Anti-Brahmin politics in the past, it is explicit, but implicitly the anti-Dalit in the past. But today, anti-Dalit politics is explicit, but anti-Brahmin is implicit. Brahmin has come back in a thump, in a regenerated manner. After IT industry has come, Brahmin has come back, and they have retained their hegemony in politics, economy and social. But the intermediary and OBCs have occupied the power, and they are the number one enemies of Dalit in Tamil Nadu. I don't know the other state, but Tamil Nadu is a state which are very, very painful. Okay, so after this Dharmaburi incident happened, because Ilavarasan was killed, you know how the language play. Because I went to fact finding, and the atrocity when 300 houses have been burned, looted, and the properties are destroyed. Okay, they are all not a very rich or a very highly government job holders, they hard working in migration. They went to nearby Bangalore and other places, and they do all kinds of manual labor, and they build a decent work, and they have a bike, and they have a decent living. That in the eyes of the non-Dalit was a crime. And if at all they don't like the boy and girl loving each other, they could punish the individual. Why 300 houses has been destroyed, burned, looted? Then after all the case and this thing is over, and Ilavarasan was died and thrown out of the railway track and constructed as a suicide. Okay, you know the 3 autopsy that postmortem report has conducted, because the parents are not relentlessly fighting. Ilavarasan parents are relentlessly fighting for the justice, that the autopsy or postmortem should be done by not Tamil Nadu doctors, or we will nominate the doctor, he or she should be conducted. 2 have conducted and they are not agree. Finally from AIMS, Delhi, 3 doctor has come, and the 3 doctor, you know the word, play of word, because I read and I kept it the record, the postmortem report. I have a copy. In the postmortem report, the final word, what is the final sentence? The Ilavarasan death is caused by hit by heavy metal. Death caused by a heavy metal. If the doctor put a full stop, it is a murder. What they have done is they put a comma, then it could be a running train. Full stop. This is the postmortem report, and the state is convinced that it is a suicide. And we are mute spectators. So then only I started, okay, as academics, because we cannot go and take a gun and fight or a knife and fight in the street. As academic, what we can do, how to engage the state in a constructive manner. So I found almost in 2015 itself, 85 judicial commission report, 85 on caste violence in Tamil Nadu. I could not collect all of them. I collected around 20 reports with a lot of struggle, because government of Tamil Nadu, the libraries and the secretariat library and even archive, they are not willing to give a report. They denied, but somehow private collections I collected and sent it to, I selected some of the scholar. Even I asked Professor Ramesh Kamale and Surendra Jandole, asked them to review this Gundevar Commission, and Andhra Pradesh only the latest report 2, Andhra Pradesh only 2, and Maharashtra I think only one, and Kerala no report, and Karnataka also one or two. But Tamil Nadu, now it is almost more than 100 reports on caste violence, atrocities against Dalit. Each report, as I said, 50 lakhs to 1 crore, 2.5 crore have been spent. After this report, so I collected and sent it to the scholars who review the report. And then we had a 3-day workshop in a Madras Institute of Development Studies and discussed. And finally, around a 9 report has been made it as a chapter, and I edited myself and Professor Srinivaslu from Osmania University. We jointly edited a special issue of a review, the journal special review, but now it's going to publish. So why I say this? Because in every other alternative 3 years to 5 years, we have atrocities. Our political parties, even the latest one is, nowhere in the country you will find the drinking water, Vengai Vayal, in a drinking water, Dalit water tank, they mixed with the contaminated with the human shit. After 2 years of investigation, 3 Dalits have been arrested. And these 3 Dalits are the people who went up with the instruction of RI, police and collector to clean the tank. And these 3 people have been charged, these people are mixed, and they have drink the shit mixed water, and also allow the family to drink water. No civil society, no political party has come. Even our Dr. Tol Thirumavalavan, who was with the power of DMK, he said, okay, whatever the state has done, because that's it. So, in a nutshell, what I can say, because atrocities goes on and on, and again I am coming to the final point of this thing, because please kindly read this Caste Pride, which provide you a meticulous detail about the interface between the politician and political party, the government officials and local power holders, and and other officials, revenue department, how they create a record. Most of the cases, 90, because he said conviction rates are only 2% or 3%, all India level. Okay, because most of the cases the police not collecting the proper evidence. Even writing FIR is in a manner in which it will not stand in the court of law. It's a deliberate attempt on the side of police. It's a deliberate attempt on the side of politician. Therefore, atrocities against Dalit is not the law and order problem. Atrocities against the Dalit is not a law and order problem. It is a political problem. Like how the communal violence, how the communal politics states. It is a caste politics, anti-Dalit politics, anti-scheduled caste politics. That is a politics. So political party is responsible for the violence against the Dalit, and they have to be answered, irrespective of the political color. Whether the Congress or Communist or DMK, ADMK, VCK, the Dalit party, non-Dalit party, whatsoever, they are the one who is responsible. They have to answerable, and they have to conscientize, because I am going to have a all India all party meeting before assembly election in Tamil Nadu. Last year I conducted a 1-day consultancy on atrocity against Dalit and interrogating the social justice in Tamil Nadu, and it was very well attended, and the reports available on wire. Okay, so you can read the concept note and other things, and also as my friend boy Magesh Daiwala said, because I am not spare anyone. If I found somebody is wrong, I will on face, I call spade as a spade, whatsoever the response. Whatsoever the response, I will do that. And last year I have conducted this meeting, and before election, all party meeting I am going to conduct on Dalit Intellectual Collective, and asking only 2 questions. I respond to the asking 2 questions to the political party. What is the stand on the atrocities against Dalit? How your political, how your party going to resolve? Answer either oral or in the writing. Those who are attended will be safe. Those who are not attending or responding, you will be exposed in the Tamil Nadu. Now social media is in our hand. This is a very good weapon we have. Very good weapon. Without social media, we will not able to fight this kind of barbarity at the core. So we have to make it as a political issue across India, that atrocity against Dalit is a political issue. Therefore we have to, the remedy lies on political, and political party is responsible, and they have to be answerable to stop atrocities across the country. Thank you very much. Jai Bhim and Namo Buddhaya.